Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video, a brand new review. Today I have the fastest sneakers in the world with me and we're going to take a look at them, and that is the Nike Alphafly Next Percent. Alright, so straight up in the box you get a little bag. So we'll take a look at this first. There we go. So it's a little carrying bag. Here they are. These released on June the 2nd. Actually had to get the women's variation, which I don't think is any different. So the men's is sold out and the women's is now sold out as well. If you are completely unfamiliar with these sneakers, they are Nike's latest and greatest, packed with technology. So these are high performance marathon running sneakers. However, what I am particularly interested in is the tech that's inside of them. But a lot of the technology that's in this sneaker always trickles down to the lifestyle stuff. So why these sneakers are so crazy is because a world record was broken in these shoes. So a marathon runner by the name of Eliud Kipchoge actually ran a marathon under 2 hours. Now that's never been done before. And why that relates to this is because he ran them in this pair of sneakers. Not this exact pair, but a prototype that they were working on prior to releasing this commercially available model. It is very, very light. And of course you want that if you're running a marathon. You don't want to feel like you have weight attached to your feet. You want the lightest possible sneaker. Starting on the upper of this sneaker is this new Flyknit material called Atom Knit. So this Atom Knit is this new Flyknit material that Nike came up with, essentially to try and shave off as much weight off of the shoe as possible. So what they did was they steam pressed the Flyknit and stretched it. And moving over to the midsole, so now this is where things get pretty interesting. So of course, this is ZoomX, which is Nike's top of the line running cushioning system. And recently they've been implementing it into more lifestyle sneakers. So of course, the Space Hippie Pack, I mentioned in my video, a lot of the Space Hippie Pack sneakers had ground up ZoomX and embedded into the insole of the sneaker. So that's what you find on the midsole of this. And you can see with the writing there, it says ZoomX in the corner. Now ZoomX is very soft, very spongy, and it is very, very light. However, we've seen ZoomX in a lot of different running sneakers from Nike before, so it's nothing new, but what is new is the stack that they put this in. It is a ginormous amount of ZoomX you get, probably the most I've ever seen on any Nike shoe. What's also really important to note is that this has a carbon fiber plate running through the midsole, and Nike calls this the fly plate. Nike has put a carbon fiber plate in their running shoes for quite a while, but it kind of just flew under the radar until they got some questions and some light shined on them, and the carbon fiber plate was being investigated to potentially be banned by whatever marathon running government body there is. I don't know what you would call it. The marathon police were saying that it needs to be banned and it gives athletes an unfair competitive advantage to people who are not wearing this Nike running shoe. You know, they're just like, well, everybody knows about this carbon fiber plate, so we're just gonna leave it exposed. It's now a selling element, you know, it's completely legal. We're allowed to run in it, so this is what you need. If you're gonna be winning marathons, you need the Nike Alphafly because it has that carbon fiber plate. Now, along with that carbon fiber plate that's running through the entire midsole are these new Zoom AirPods. Now, when I say new, they're not particularly new in terms of a new technology. We've seen Zoom in a lot of Nike sneakers, even some basketball sneakers and some lifestyle sneakers. Now, these two pods are exposed so you can see them in the toe portion. Very, very obvious. It gives this sneaker a whole new effect that I haven't seen before. The look of it looks aggressive, it looks quick, it looks like as soon as you put these on, you want to run. Because of that carbon fiber plate or the fly plate giving this midsole so much structure, it gives kind of like a rocking effect. So because there's no flex or very, very minimal flex, when you're running in the shoe, it almost feels like it propels you forwards. And that's, I mean, what more could we ask for in a shoe that propels you forwards? I actually own a knockdown pair of these, which has the carbon fiber plate, has the ZoomX, and I wear them to the gym or just running around. I wear them casually and they're amazing. They're comfortable. They feel really good, even just walking around in them. In terms of wearing this every day, going to the shop, running around, running errands, I cannot recommend this because it's a high performance. This is the tip of the iceberg. This is the top of the top Nike performance sneaker. Now they've got a bunch of knockdown versions which are great, I feel like, for everyday people. So how they feel on foot is a pretty crazy experience. Obviously they're incredibly comfortable. You feel that spongy midsole as soon as you step into them, and you also feel the kind of springy effect that these Zoom AirPods and the carbon fiber plate. But if you are a runner, I have tried many running shoes on, both from Adidas and Nike. I've tried the best of the best. And I gotta say, this is something new. This is something completely different. And I definitely think if you're really into your running, these are definitely something you should be looking at. But what might stop you in your tracks is the price tag. These go for £270, which is something like $300 and something. But I'm gonna whack these on. I'm gonna go run a marathon in probably about an hour and a half. I could probably make that time now I have these shoes. I know Eliud Kipchoge did it in like an hour 50 something, but he had the prototype. I have the real deal. So that's what I'm gonna do. Quick, cool, hour and a half run, marathon time in an hour and a half, I will be able to do it. But with all that out of the way, this has been the Nike Alphafly Next Percent with all the Zoom and technology in the world, and hopefully you enjoyed us taking a look at this pair. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and everything. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video, but until then. That was an hour and a half. Marathon in an hour and a half. And it's all thanks new world record. I didn't ask Guinness or the marathon governing body to come down and actually time me. I don't flex like that. I just thought, you know, it's something to keep under my belt personally. But yeah, Nike, you've created something special here. If you normally do marathons in like 6 hours, these are guaranteed to get it down to probably at least 2 hours, but hour and a half. See what you guys get.